Montserrat County, specifically in Okuta, where we are come to sample the views of Liberians as it relates to the nomination of Justice Minister Councillor Frank Musa Dean by the President of the Republic of Liberia, President George Weah, to the Supreme Court bench. We have this fellow before our camera. Good afternoon and welcome.
Yeah, good afternoon to you. My name is Mandela J. Ferguson from the borough of Middletown.
Okay.
I'm the community organizer for precisely. I'm community secretary for the community and also a member of the Reading Unity Party. Looking at the president appointment, I used to lead to the appointment of Musa Dean replacing
the nomination
of Musa Dean replacing Councillor Namwe. If you look at it thoroughly, when it comes to justice, the fundamental principles that criminal African politics is justice, because our justice system in this country is very weak. So actually, when it comes to the issue of justice, it shouldn't be done on a speedy matter. If we retrospect in our country, the late Councillor Charles Walker Bronsky make a certain point when he was alive. He said whenever the justice system has been set up, that is when it comes to the Supreme Court, the bench of the Supreme Court, the fact and judges of the Supreme Court of Liberia, when one person dies or one person has a little problem when it comes to health, that appointment should not be done by the president, but rather the full associate judges should come together and see how better they can do their own nomination, because they have been working with one another and they understand that particular arena. So coming with new face to the justice system, it is very, very critical. So looking at the president nomination for Musa Dean replacing Councillor Namwe, for me, I don't deem it necessary. Because the justice, it is a system by itself. It is not something that has been set up by people who think just how you see the branches of government have been set up. The justice is a system, and when you understand system works together. System is a collaborating, something that when you put together, you have a result. So looking at the president coming to the justice system, I don't deem it necessary for Musa Dean to be appointed, but rather the Supreme Court of Liberia, headed by the Chief Justice, should carry on that particular nomination, because he knows the ability of the court and he knows the ability of those who will be coming to be the associate justice of the Supreme Court of Liberia. So for me, I don't deem it necessary.
So Article 54 of the Constitution gives the president the right to do an appointment with the consent of the Liberian Senate. What would be your call to the senators of Capitol Hill as it relates to confirmation by?
Yeah, my call to the senator and the representative of the nomination of the president, which is the constitution, that's the part of the constitution that's supporting. Yeah, it is the president have the right to appoint, but it is not every presidential appointment can be accepted by the House of Senate. Because if these people are being appointed, who are going to serve? It is the Liberian people that are going to serve. And we vote the lawmaker to see how better they can critique those individuals, the person who were appointed. So looking at our system here today, like I said previously, the justice system is the system that has been set up. So coming there, somebody who have not practiced, let's look at Musa Dean. Musa Dean has been nominated, and when it comes to what practicing the actual law, the day-to-day activity when it comes to the justice, now they do the cases, how to do the cases, judging and whatever it is, that kind of a consider, that kind of a hard matter of cases, that all will go to the Supreme Court. We look at Musa Dean, because the justice, the Musa Dean position is a government lawyer. How many cases government can undertake, especially when it comes to defending government issues? I'm not talking about citizen, ordinary cases that go to the Supreme Court, but I think what cases that government offends somebody and government have been sued, the way get Musa Dean coming, how many times have you seen happening? So these things when happening in our country at times, we get the Supreme Court to do their own judgment. Even though the president nominated, it is fine, but the workings, I don't think Musa Dean will do with the workings of the justice system, because he have not been there with them. He have been outside working at the separate part of the government, now the Ministry of Justice.
So what do you want the senators to do? Because the senators have the power now to either confirm or deny him?
Yeah, for me, I feel that it is not necessary. Let the Senate vote the nomination of the president by nominating Musa Dean to be the part of the Supreme Court bench. Let the senator check that particular aspect that come before them. And let what I want is like similar thing that Johnson when he's a child Walter Bronski said. The justice says of independent bench. If the power of bench are independent, you make independent decision and look forward to the people to see how they can present the case well. So as time when something happens, we give them the chance. The Chief Justice is there. And all associate judges of the Supreme Court, they are also there. And likewise, you have our subordinate courts. You have the subordinate court, you have the circuit court, you have judges that can be selected from that era who have been working in a particular chief of scope so they can understand what they are doing. Like what they did at the time where Brandon Samuka was in pain. And you get to know that they were five, but Brandon Samuka in pain, so you get to know that they were four. So as a result, what happened next? They were Jusu Kaba, who replaced Brandon Samuka on a particular bench. So that procedure should go ahead. So meaning that to say that the person who will replace justice now will account for the coordinate court. That is the one of the circuit court of the procedure. They want this school, I think will be much let me move that alone and then watch it for
Thank you. Your name again?
My name is Mandela J. Ferguson.
Okay, so Mandela is one of the young fellows here. So we're talking to schools of individuals here. We are at the intellectual center here at the borough of Cllr, and we have all this young scholar. Welcome.
Thank you, Moba.
Please introduce yourself to us.
Thank you so much. Let me say a pleasant good afternoon to those following via the social media. Moba, my name is Jimmy M. Wallo, resident of the District number 16.
So you've been following President George Weah have nominated Justice Minister Councillor Frank Musa Dean to replace Councillor Joseph Nangwe at the Supreme Court bench. As a Liberian, what's your take?
Yeah, so basically, first day we want to salute our Borough Associate Justice Councillor Nangwe for his services to the state. It takes a real patriot to do what he has done, services to the state. We want to appreciate it so much. But what we want to state clearly here is it is the president's fundamental or constitutional rights to appoint and dismiss. So in a case where Councillor Nangwe has resigned, it is the right of the president, and that's why he exercises his constitutional rights to ensure that Councillor Frank Musa Dean is appointed, and that's why he was appointed.
So now that there are too many Liberians who are saying the appointment is not timely, the president, outgoing president, got an unlimited time to be in the office, and appointing somebody to go as associate justice is something not timely.
So when people say the appointment is not timely, it brings me to a point where I get confused because the Constitution did not say why you are outgoing and you don't have the rights to do any other appointment. So even when you are left with just 2 to 3 days in office, also you have that right constitutionally to appoint whoever you want to appoint. And that's why the president did this appointment in keeping with his responsibility as president of the Republic of Liberia. So in a case where you are going before the Senate for confirmation, like in a case of Frank Musa Dean, right now we are looking at the Liberian Senate, that which we believe mature so much that have also the constitutional mandate to confirm whoever the president appoints to public office. So the president has played his part. So we are looking at the House of Elders, which is the Liberian Senate now, to play their part to confirm or reject Councillor Frank Musa Dean. So it is timely. The Constitution does not talk about a specific time to do appointment.
And what would be a call to your senator? You from Maserado, you got Senator Sir Joseph, you got Senator Abraham Darrell Dillon. There are scores of senators who are going to be part of the process. What's your call to those senators as it relates to confirmation?
Basically, what we want to say to those men and women is that when Councillor Frank Musa Dean appears before them, all we want to say to them is we are currently calling on them to do what is best in the interest of the Liberian people. The interest of the Liberian people calls for Frank Musa Dean to be confirmed. We are calling on them to confirm Councillor Frank Musa Dean. When the interest of the Liberian people says that Frank Musa Dean should be rejected, we are calling on them to reject Musa Dean. All we want to say is whatever decision they will make, it should be in the best interest of the Liberian people.
And if you are called to recommend, what could be your own view in terms of confirmation?
So the first thing is, what I do understand is Frank Musa Dean, the issue of Frank Musa Dean will be taken to committee room first, and those on that committee, legally I'm not knowledgeable as compared to them. I trust them and believe in them. So that if they go in the committee room, I do believe that they will render a serious judgment, like I said again, in the interest of the Liberian people. So when it comes to the plenary that brings Senate, I do believe that the senators of the Republic of Liberia will make the best decision in the interest of the Liberian people.
There are other people that we spoke to as well who have said there are other qualified Liberians. Why Frank Musa Dean? Why should the president appoint Frank Musa Dean? There are other Liberians who are qualified as well to serve as associate justice.
Yeah, so there are other Liberians who are qualified, it is true. But in the minds of the president, Frank Musa Dean is capable enough to serve that position again. That's the reason why he appointed Frank Musa Dean. So right now it is the Senate's fundamental responsibility to exercise their function as because of head of the Republic of Liberia.
So you back the president's decision in nominating Frank Musa Dean?
100% I back the decision because it is supported by the Constitution of the Republic of Liberia.
Do you also want the House of Senate to confirm him or deny him?
I want for the House of Senate to make decision in the interest of the Liberian people. Whatever decision I best suited in the interest of the Liberian people.
Okay, so your name again?
My name is Jimmy M. Wallo, resident of the Cllr District number 16.
Okay, so we stay here and let's talk to more folks here. We are at the Intellectual Center in Cllr Town, District number 16, Montserrat County. We have for us this fellow before our camera. We say, good afternoon and welcome.
My name is Ryan Conant. I'm a resident of District 16.
It's good to have you.
Thank you.
So President George Weah have nominated Justice Minister Councillor Frank Musa Dean, replacing Councillor Joseph Nangbe, who wrote the president, telling the president about his health issue and can't continue his function. So what do you have to say about the nomination of Councillor Frank Musa Dean?
In my opinion, that's one of the brilliant decisions ever taken by the outgoing President George Weah, because looking at this legal species, this legal luminaries, is one of the brilliant scholars that we have in our legal jurisprudence. This guy clearly understands the dynamics of our legal system. This is a man who has served as Attorney General of the Republic of Liberia for almost 6 years. This guy clearly understands all of the intricacies involved into our legal system. It is because that we have this guy as a justice minister. That is the reasons for which we have seen the trend of our democracy, because he understands the right of each and every citizen. So to have this man on the bench as an associate justice, this is one of the best things that have ever happened in Liberia.
You've been in the country. There are too many Liberians who are complaining to President George Weah about Councillor Frank Musa Dean, some of the happenings in the country where the Minister of Justice will be quiet on some of the issues. There are too many Liberians who have said, called on President George Weah to even dismiss him. here you are praising him, serving our Attorney General, doing this, doing that. How do you reconcile?
Oh, democratically, everyone is entitled to their opinion. Everyone have the right to think that Musa Dean is not competent or qualified. But in my opinion, I don't see any individual who is as competent and as qualified as Musa Dean to serve as an associate justice. Having said that, in Liberia we are somehow divided on the line of politics. So if I do not support a political institution, or I am a member of a particular political institution, and this individual do not see the level of partyism involved into the system, I might think that this man is not for Liberia. But in my opinion, Musa Dean maybe, I stand to be corrected, he might have served as member of a political party in the past, but his workings do not prove that he is a party-centered individual. This man clearly understands the law. He works in line with the law. My only prayer is that he should be confirmed, because it is one thing for the president to make a nomination, it is another thing for the Senate to confirm. And Musa Dean, looking at what happened in 2017 with the current chairman of the Committee on Judiciary, which Musa Dean was a lawyer for Nike, where Councilor Sherman and other guys were fighting a case for Charles Walker Bromsky the late. Maybe he might have had some bad blood, but in my opinion, I think Councilor Sherman and other guys on the Committee on Judiciary should look at the interests of Liberia. They should not look at, they should not be vindictive. This guy should be confirmed. He should be taken to the judicial branch of government, that is the Supreme Court, and he will serve well for us.
Well, why if he's been denied by the House of Senate? Do you think that will also be a serious problem for our justice system?
In my opinion, it might not be a serious problem, because another Liberian will also be nominated.
Okay.
And in my opinion, the individual who will be nominated will work in the best interest of Liberia. But I think it should not be denied.
So what do you have to say now to senators who might be viewing you now, who are preparing to return next year to begin their work?
I will speak to the consciences of the senators, most especially those guys on the Committee on Judiciary. That has to do with Councilor Cllr and other guys. I'm asking them, this brother, this senior man, this legend, this legal luminaries, this is a man who clearly understands the intricacies, the dynamics of our legal jurisprudence. This particular individual will serve that branch of government well, so he should not be denied. But notwithstanding, just for the worst case scenario, if he's denied, another brilliant Liberian will be nominated. So I think the motherland is getting better. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. So we stay here sampling the views of more Liberians here, and this is the Cllr Intellectual Forum. It's in Electoral District number 16 of Serrano County. This is the Cllr Intellectual Forum. And we are still here assembling the views of more Liberians as it relates to the nomination of Cllr Musa Dean. So folks, that's it. We have to go. Thanks so kindly for following, and we are going to another location as well, and we're going to bring you views of Liberians as it relates to the nomination of Cllr Musa Dean, Justice Minister of the Republic of Liberia, who was being nominated by President George Weah, replacing Councillor Joseph as Associate Justice of the Supreme Court of Liberia. Thank you for watching. This is Focus on Liberia, and my name is Jeremiah.